Of Julia Jalin. It is Team USA in white. The ball in the hands of Sage Kahaina-Torres, the 24-year-old from Honolulu who went to school at the University of Texas. And here we go. We are underway. And the blocking of Butler and the U.S. starts the show.
USA head coach Eric Sullivan started the way that they finished their match last night against the Netherlands with Breon Butler and Dana Rettke up front because he wants some height up there at the net for France to try to bank through.
They come this time through Njae, and she hammers it from the left side.
France's go-to attacker is Iman Njae on the right side, just 23 years old, but she was number 5 in points after week 1 during the VNL for France. She is a high point scorer, high flyer, and will rip a few balls on the right.
Boy, has she ever been piling up the points. USA scrambling here. Rodriguez is just going to bump this over on a free ball. A chance for France to take the lead. And Njae, in her comfortable spot from her opposite position, nails it.
And Njae has been so impressive for this France team. She wasn't with France during the Olympics, but she's having a breakout performance this VNL. She also knows these USA players pretty well after playing 4 seasons at UCLA.
I'd say so. Jenny's serve at Franklin. She's going to get a swing. Nice pickup. France starting well. Kazout blocked, recycled by the French team. Middle attack. Fungadou. They come again. And USA scrambles to get it over. Butler. Here comes Kazout. Off hands. Picked up by Rodriguez. The nice touch by Skinner. Another chance for France to attack. And that's going to score. And Njae just slipping it over the block.
If this is how the match is going to go, we're in for a long night, Rob. The defense on both sides, both at the net and in the backcourt, phenomenal to start laying out for everything. You can tell how much USA and France want every single point in this matchup.
These two teams have only met twice in recent history, at the Olympic Games last year and the VNL last year. U.S. swept both, but right now, France riding a wave of confidence into this game and a 4-1 lead early in it.
The #1 key for USA is finding that passing rhythm early, getting those seams down. Eggleston, Franklin, and Rodriguez all played on the court yesterday, and they looked pretty good. It's important to continue that consistency.
Sabine Hawajene. Butler, does she catch the end line? I'm not sure, but she's caught a tip, so it's point USA, an important one.
Great pass from Sarah Franklin, gets aced and then right away nails this ball right toward the top of the tape, allowing Breon Butler to get involved offensively.
Sarah Franklin getting ready to serve. Heading to play at Scandici in the Italian League this coming season. From well off the net, Kazout decides to just bump it over. USA with a good chance. Eggleston nicely finding the open spot.
When USA is in system, they're really difficult to stop because they always have 4 options. In this rotation, you have Sarah Franklin in the back row as well. That makes the middle hold just a little bit longer, and then you get seams on the pins.
We don't expect this game to be a serving battle. Both teams with ace numbers in the 20s through the first 7 games. But what a swing from Kazout from the left side.
Kazout has been a game changer for this France team. We didn't see her during week 1, but she is their captain, one of their go-to attackers, certainly a very steady presence on the outside for them that had a massive game in that win over Serbia last night with 26 points.
Wow, and she just kept putting up numbers the whole week. She really has not even had a bad set.
Yeah.
Here comes the right side of Njae, but this time Butler reads it perfectly.
USA is so dialed into when Njae is getting these sets. Butler taking that initial step so she has a shorter length to make up when she's getting out to the right, and that causes a good stuff for her.
Already 2 stuff blocks for Breon Butler. 4 serving 5 in this opening set. Kazout blocked, and how about Rettke and Skinner going to town?
Inserting Dana Rettke into a match just changes the way that opponents hit their offense because you have to avoid her in the middle. She stands at 6'8" or 2 meters 4, a huge presence up front.
Free ball chance, USA. It's really high, though. Here's Eggleston. Good pickup from Jalon. Out of system attack, Kazut. Blocked. Another chance. Kazut knows she's facing Retke and somehow filters it through.
Gutsy swing for Alana Kazut on the outside. This ball set in. The block for USA doesn't identify it, and she has the ability to rip that cross-court shot.
Njaye loading up, already 10 aces in the Volleyball Nations League, over 140 points scored. And there's her 11th ace, just like that. There's no commentator curse, Emily.
I mean, it's just a bullet coming from the end line. The way that she hits this ball, it has a hybrid spin. Sometimes it's a float, sometimes it has spin. You never know what's coming at you.
Good serve again from Njaye. USA, though, handles it in system. And Skinner thought she might have caught an arm there, but she didn't. It's out.
A smart shot for Skinner to try to take. For instance, giving her that line attack, just missing a little bit wide.
Quick timeout, USA. Want to talk about it, down by 3.
Hey, we got to dial in on our side. And tough serve, let's pop it up in the middle of the court, right? We don't have to be perfect with it. And we got to go at these guys, right? Middles, make sure when we have time on their pins that we're getting there and taking space. We can't be reaching into the seam. Let the outsides line up and be aggressive in the seam. Get there with your shoulder and drop in on them, right? If we leave that space, they're going to be good at the edges. Let's get going here. Stop waiting around.
Okay, here we go. USA! USA!
So USA looking to regroup, down by 3, opening set against France. France riding a wave of momentum and confidence. Their only loss in week number 2 came in the opener against Germany, and it was in 5 sets since then. A sweep of the Netherlands and a 5-set win over the host nation Serbia. Partly because of the work of this woman, Njaye. She misses this one long, though, so good timeout for Eric Sullivan.
Now USA has to worry about Njaye in the backcourt as well, because Denarcelos will make sure to keep her involved.
Madison Skinner in her 2nd year in the Volleyball Nations League, the MVP of the League One final. And she just misses that one long. So both teams doing each other a favor on service.
And you mentioned some of those service numbers early on. USA and France, not the toughest serving teams, but that's going to be really important today, because for both sides, if the middles get involved, meaning if the passes are good, it's going to be really difficult for the other to stop them.
Oh, Kazut, Eggleston, and she's got a touch, and she's got a point, and the lead is back. They're down to 2.
Really smart swing from Logan Eggleston on the outside. It's an out-of-system play. She knows she's going to have 2 blockers well formed and just swings high at the fingertips.
Eggleston, the 2nd leading scorer on USA. Over 60 points in the tournament so far. Here comes the back row attack from Kazut, all the way over. They'll get a chance to come again. They go the other way on the slide play, and Silvis with the hammer.
Amanda Silvis is one of the most physical presences up front at the net for France. If she's involved in the offense, she's got swings like this, just unloading on them.
Really powerful from that middle slot. She can block, and she can get that slide play. Kinda Torres goes with a backslide for Retke, and did that ball knock it down? Somehow it stayed up. Howard Jenny. And that is going to score a point for France anyway.
And you just got to play through the whistle. Until you hear that whistle blow, you got to keep going. That's what France did in Haiwa Jenny. Big swing on the outside. Been so impressed with this player, number 98 in blue this week, because she's an undersized outside, just 1.79 m, but she plays so much bigger. She's so crafty up front.
There's Madison Skinner, and USA really wants to get that big attack going.
Yeah, it's a focal point of USA's offense to get that quick attack through the back row. It adds just another dimension and layer to USA's offense, making it tough to defend when you have that additional weapon.
26-year-old Dana Retke will play in Turkey this year at Aksaşehir, and that one is not what she was going for. She'll shrug it off, the veteran. The setter for Team France, Anora Denard-Silos. Just 22, but playing like a veteran all week. Skinner from the right side, and that is a big point for the Americans. Skinner's really got it going.
Yeah, Skinner's trying to show off that range as well. We've seen her rip that line shot a few times, some cross court as well, but great vision to see what shot is available based on the block that she's given.
Skinner was listed as an outside hitter, but she's more comfortable at opposite. Is that correct?
Yeah, Skinner actually played outside during week 1, but she's played opposite most of her career, which she did this last season professionally. Kind of moved her around at the end of her career at Texas as well, but normally an outside there.
Both teams scrambling here, and it finishes with Butler, who's maybe had the hottest hand for USA, finishing the play.
Breon Butler has been fantastic, normally known for that blocking prowess, but if they can get her going offensively, it's massive.
Had an epic season in the Japanese League, winning at least 3 end-of-season awards. Here's the tip from Hawajeni. That's popped back over. She might get another swing. Puts a little more on it. USA gets hands on it. Franklin, a little bit of a roll shot. Here comes Njaye. Goes cross court but misses. And it is a 1-point game.
Big digs on USA side. Lexi Rodriguez showing off how versatile she is in the backcourt.
Got a system play here for France, though this is going to be a free ball. Kazut sends it a mile up. And Eggleston gets shut down from the pipe attack.
Just timing a little bit off on that swing, trying to swing too low rather than go up and through it.
So all good fun on the French bench right now. Everybody's laughing and things are going well. Up 13-11 on USA, make it 13-12.
Good side out for USA. Franklin getting going, identifying that small seam to rip it through.
Franklin leading scorer on USA through the tournament. Here's Kazut. A nice little tip. She disguises these so well.
Yeah, everything about that looked like she was going to take a big swing, then watch her arm drop at the last second. Then she pulls it back to go for the tip, which catches the defense off guard.
I like to say, sell what you're not going to do. And it often works. So USA so far has not let France get away. Up by 2. And they get it back to 1 and then up by 2 again. Let's see what happens here. Big swing, and that's gonna catch a hand, or did I actually catch the corner? I think it did.
Yeah, beautiful ball hit inside the court. Sarah Franklin, beautiful pass, gets this up at the net. France's middle has to stay with Butler, opening a one-on-one outside for Eggleston.
Tight pass, and that caused all kinds of trouble for Team France.
Backcourt setter for France, so they cannot go up and take this ball right into the block.
Challenge coming here from France.
So France taking a look whether Dana Rettke was over the plane of the net on this contact.
Big point here, because if the call stays as it was called, it's 14-14. So the call will stay. USA was good on that play. And it's 14-14 with Breon Butler back to serve. So Butler won the best blocker, the best spiker, and the best middle blocker in the Japanese league this year.
Just a sweep.
I guess so. Here's Kazut. Nice pickup by Kahane Torres. Skinner. And this is going to score. France caught scrambling here, and not in a good way.
I like the versatility on USA's attack. They're bringing a lot of heat, but also being really crafty with some of their shots going up and just perfectly placing some of these to score.
Well, the super athletic Jalon getting up high and then tries to scurry around her teammates, but can't catch up.
Today also is a match. Somehow we need to take some risk, okay? Even with the pass, we need, because after if not in block, it's heavy, okay? We go with the high ball, will not be easy for the attackers, okay? We need to put the middle sometime inside, okay, that we were doing. They are following generally, okay, not helping too much maybe, and we need to play in system. So with the receiver, try to push the ball a little more, and try to put the set a little more close to 2 than to 4, okay? Energy, We were doing pretty good, Allez, we go.
So many people impressed with Cesar Hernandez-Gonzalez and what he's done with the program with the French women. They have qualified for the World Championships for the first time, Emily, since 1974.
So impressed with what this France team has been able to do, of course, in the Paris Olympics, mostly because they were the host team, but they've continued to get better and better, and we're seeing them as a formidable force in the VNL for just the second time in history.
They're going to start their Worlds in Chiang Mai in Thailand at the end of August. So France comes out of that timeout, does what the coach says, wins the point, back to 15-15. And here we go, buckle up. Long way to go in this set yet. Skinner, nicely done. Through the block again.
Huge for USA to side out on that point, because that gets Njaye off of the service line, a serve that really gave USA fits earlier in the match.
Here comes the double switch for the US. So Morgan Fairbanks is going to come in and set. And Logan Lednicki, who's coming off her 21st birthday earlier in the VNL week number 2.
When Rachel Fairbanks checked in during the last match, we saw an ace from her, an assist. She did a phenomenal job making a difference in a short amount of time on the court.
So here goes Fairbanks, the 21-year-old from Tustin, California. Best setter in the NCAA this past season. How Jenny takes that. There's the slide play for Silvas, but Fairbanks is right there on it. Lednicki goes off the block, and the lefty scores a point for the U.S.
Stepping in and stepping up right away, Logan Lednicki checks in the game as a double sub, gets an out-of-system set, big block in front of her, and finds a way right off it. I love that aggressive, confident swing.
Fairbanks takes it at the captain of France, Kazut. The setter goes the other way with the play. This is tight. Kazut battling, and she's lost this battle, and it's another point for the U.S.
That's a really high IQ play from Lednicki. Just 21 years old, has never played professional ball before. Gets a really tight ball and pushes it right off France's block.
Against a really great player. Timeout, let's listen in.
Look, Dada. Where is Dada? Dada, look. Hey. We cannot block like them, like this, because they will come between. We offer that space to them, will be hard after, okay? When they are there, they will try that. It's something good that we can do also, okay? We did before and was a good solution. We need to do one side out to go,
Allez, vamos,
Allez là!
Oh, let's go les meufs, intensité, là, directement. À l'attaque.
Don't you love when coaches are challenging their players to look for solutions?
I think it's big, especially for Cesar Hernandez-Gonzalez, that he knows, while yes, a few of his players are pretty young on this side, they have played enough volleyball to know what the solution is sometimes. He doesn't have to tell them all the time because they know out on the court.
Double switch for France. So Stojkovic is in to set. And Rotar, the veteran who can play both opposite and outside, comes into the game in the front row. Kazut from the right side. The back row attack from the Americans, kept alive by France. Free ball though, USA. All the options. They go with the right hand touch there from Lednicki. Now she goes lefty, now she scores the point.
Lednicki has been fantastic since this double sub checked in. Rachel Fairbanks as well doing work on the end line to force France out of system. And that front court with Eggleston, Retke, and Lednicki just taking control up there.
Morgan Fairbanks just came onto the roster in week 2 for the previous game. Making a nice contribution again early here. And does that catch the end line? Just does from Elena Kazut.
Good shot from the captain, just sneaking it right in.
Here is the captain delivering. So USA trying to take advantage of it. Logan Eggleston came into the match with 3 aces. Awageni kept alive by Rachel Fairbanks. Pushed to the corner by USA Lednicki, and they score the point.
It's so massive for USA to have this amount of depth, to have a double sub check-in and be one of your most efficient and strongest point scorers right out of the gates.
All right, we're getting a challenge here. Nurper Ospar is the first referee in the game. The challenge referee is Mirko Jankovic. Can sometimes be the busiest person in the building and sometimes not. Is this a pancake dig? Does the ball hit the ground?
Looks as though it hits the ground. Great freeze frame.
It does indeed. It is France winning the challenge, winning the point, and that's a pretty big swing. 17 serving 20.
There's no libero on France's side as Silves the middle is back to serve.
France's leading blocker has 5 aces in the tournament. Trickles that one off the top of the net. Fairbanks across for Franklin, and she gets shut down by Rotar, who's just come in the game.
A huge opportunity right away for France. The double sub checking in right side, sets it up beautifully to shut down and get the middle involved.
18 serving 20, getting tight here in the later stages of this opening set. Retke didn't get all of it. Awageni off hands. USA with a chance to work. Fairbanks sets it up for Franklin, and she's going to score, he says confidently, even though they put a pretty good pursuit on it.
A good chase down on France's side, but just too much firepower coming from USA. Good first touch from Eggleston, and then you get on a perfect pass. It's really difficult for that middle to know who's going to get hit. Franklin knows that middle is going to be a little bit late.
Ronnie Jones-Perry's come into the game for the U.S. out of West Jordan, Utah, former Brazilian Superliga player. Off hands, kept alive. Franklin, good job by Lednicki, but it's finally going to drop down on the USA side, not for lack of effort.
A few blocks now on the left side of the court. France doing a nice job setting up where Franklin likes to hit, which is that cross-court shot, and just putting it down.
So technically Retke has checked back into the game, but her spot taken by libero Lexi Rodriguez. Let's see if Franklin is indeed the service target of Denard Celos, the setter for Team France. Trying to come back here. 19 serving 21. Butler blocked, pushes it over. France a chance, Ndiaye, and she puts it through Franklin somehow, and Butler.
That all started with a really good read on France's side. Knowing in a perfect pass, the setters love to feed the middles for USA. Good shutdown of Butler to get a touch on it, then transition that for Ndiaye.
He's going to put the setter back on the line. Fairbanks delivers to the lefty Lednicki, and she delivers to the floor.
And that double sub so effective for Team USA with Fairbanks and Lednicki coming in. Now will be reversed, but that's how you step in and make an impact. That's what you want to see. No drop off with the double sub, just consistency and even elevation of play.
So Sage Kahina-Torres replacing Rachel Fairbanks. In a roundabout sort of way on the double sub again. Here's Ndiaye, and she hammers it from the left side. She's proven she can do that as well.
Especially with how high and the contact point that Ndiaye has. A lot of times she's able to go up and over blockers. That time it's going right through the hands of Butler.
Ndiaye, born in Paris, France, moved to Dallas, Texas when she was 4 years old. Played at UCLA, as Emily mentioned. Here's Skinner. That is going to go out, but what a swing from Skinner.
Skinner has some of these balls where she just puts everything that she's got into them. A really crafty player that knows when to take those big rips. We've also seen some really good off speeds from her tonight so far.
Giardino comes into the game for France. So an extra libero out on the floor. And Ndiaye from the right side where she's most comfortable. This is tight. Good job by Eggleston to swipe it off the block.
Such a high IQ play at a pivotal time in the set. This ball so tight, but Eggleston beats the ball there to push it off and bring up set point.
24-21, USA. 3 set points to work with. Here's Sarah Franklin trying to end it. Ndiaye really from a standing position somehow delivers.
She doesn't even need the full approach to go up and wail on this ball. This ball a little bit too off the net, doesn't have time to get that approach in. Look for France to continue to feed their hot hitter.
Fungadou back on the baseline, the middle blocker. Chance to end the set, Eggleston. France pops it up, it goes over, deep, and in, and it's over. Set number 1 goes the way of USA, 25-22.
Intensity as well, continuing to go after those seams and pick apart USA serve receive.
Underway. Set number 2 underway in Belgrade at the Belgrade Arena. Rob Snook alongside Emily Eamon with Denise Austin. It's already 1-0 France in this set, but it's 1-0 USA in the match. Here comes France, a chance to make it 2-0. They go through the middle, and Fungadou gets it done.
Not too much middle involvement for France during that first set. Look for them to keep establishing this as a threat, and I like the way that they're moving it in that gap right between the outside.
Denard Selous takes her serve at Rodriguez. Skinner, nice power tip over the block.
Skinner has been so crafty today so far. We've seen her unload on a few swings. This time pulls it back just a little bit, but disguised it really well to just throw it right down over the block.
Are a lot of volleyball players good high jumpers? Because Madison Skinner strikes me as being a good high jumper.
She has one of the best verticals in the USA program.
Kazout with the back row tip, kept alive USA. France, though, who's going to set this for Ndiaye? They recycle it. Now they get in system. And how would Jenny get it off the touch? She does. Big point for France.
Yeah, USA trying to play that off that they didn't touch it, but just clips the finger of Logan Eggleston on the way out.
Well, Jalon there in the red jersey just has had a great week. I know they had a lot of fans and people in the broadcast booth oohing and eyeing through the week. Now she's going to step in and take the set here. And Njaye with another beautiful point.
After a beautiful set from Jalon, keeping this ball inside, knowing that Njaye loves to rip this cross-court ball, so keeps it in and lets her go to work.
Great bump set on that play, impressive. Awajeni. Take by Franklin. Skinner goes off hands. Smart play by number 9 on USA.
Skinner has done such a nice job today, being really dynamic in how she's attacking. We've talked about the range she has and the ability to hit different shots, and that just feeds into her volleyball knowledge and knowing what shots to hit at what time.
Here's Breon Butler. Takes it at Awajeni. Njaye picked up by the setter. Sent over by USA. Free ball chance for France. Njaye off the block. I think it even went off Retke.
Good swing from Njaye. Middle pancake, though. Dana Retke coming flying through, getting under it. Didn't get the point, but that'll fire up your team.
There you go. Skinner. So both teams going to their opposites on a frequent basis, and it's paying off.
I mean, Skinner just doing a fantastic job, and I love the way that Sage Kahaina-Torres is feeding her these balls. Moving forward, sends it back.
Skinner now, the 23-year-old from Katy, Texas. A lot of Texans on the USA roster and those who went to school there. Kazut starts the play and ends the play with authority. Oh my.
Really smart decision for France with Kahaina-Torres up front. It's a shorter blocker on the right side for USA. So in these rotations, watch France to feed this ball outside with that mismatch.
France's leader in the tournament in aces and in points. Njaye. Good serve. It's going to create an overpass, and it's going to create a point for Silvas and Team France in a 4-point lead.
USA has had trouble controlling these serves from Njaye. She is ripping them from the back line.
Timeout call, USA down by 4.
If she goes inside, we have a sideline. On the sideline here. Passing. Passing on the sideline, sorry. Hey, great communication on this serve here. Great communication. I think that ball might be out. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, and let's just pop it up. Yeah. Hey, let's go 4 here. Okay. Passing, serve receive. Okay. She goes into her toss. Now she's going to be on the sideline over there. Take 1 step left. Here we go. Okay. Up and down.
Let's go!
Up and down.
USA! USA!
Scene is the Belgrade Arena in Serbia, the capital city of Serbia. Volleyball Nations League returning to the city for the first time since 2019. Fans young and old enjoying the atmosphere in this game between USA and France.
I mean, that's the cutest thing ever.
Right? That's in the dictionary, I think, under cutest thing ever. Njaye just doesn't hesitate on those serves, but that goes off the block. So USA doing the same thing, going after the setter.
Massive set to the outside because they know that it is a mismatch out there as well for Team USA. With Dinar Salos, just 1.77 meters, a much shorter blocker than what they get with Njaye. So keep the ball outside.
Logan Eggleston. Here's Kazut, off hands, high hands, but I think that was actually Retke's hands. I only point that out because she gets up there so well.
Even if Retke is late, she's still much higher than what you get on the right side from Sage Kahaina-Torres, but with the reaching hands, sometimes you'll see those go out.
Good serve by Kazut. Here's Retke on the slide play. Oh, wow. Kazut got that back, sent over. A free ball chance for the U.S. Franklin hammers it down.
I love the decision from Karina Torres to set this ball outside after you had just used Retke and France defended it. Spread it out, make the middle blocker work for France, and it paid off.
Trying to keep them guessing, I guess, right?
Yep.
Kazut just sprawls out, but Retke's just delivered an ace.
Really good ball from Dana Retke. Just drops it right in front of the passer. The contact point that she hits, this ball is straight down.
Retke's second ace of the VNL, only her third game. Jenny, and somehow that one falls in the hole as the two outside hitters were a little confused as to whose ball it was.
A really smart decision to put that ball in the middle of the court because there's no libero on. Normally Lexi Rodriguez might come in and scoop that up, but a little bit tougher for Dana Retke to come in.
Amanda Silvas. Oh, an overpass. Good job by USA up at the net.
I love when setters win a joust because it just fuels your team. It's always like when they're going up, they're putting a little extra something on it to put it down.
Nice job by Sage Karina Torres. Here's Njaye from the back row. Is she as dangerous or more dangerous from the back?
I think she's just as dangerous from the back, which is so difficult to do because the lanes that you're hitting are just a little bit different. Sometimes you have less options available, but she makes it look just as easy as the front court.
And she's hitting at 97 kilometers per hour, so around, I don't know, 60 miles per hour. That one is hammered off the block. So USA gets a really important side out, keeping it within 2.
During that first set, USA playing toe-to-toe with France toward the beginning before they made that stretch at the end to extend the lead even further, but it was an even battle up until the 20-point mark.
Cesar Hernandez Gonzalez talking with one of his outside hitters, Sabine Jenny. Sarah Franklin had a 20-point game against Serbia earlier in the week. Here's Kazut. Oh, what a reaction. Kept alive USA. France is going to miss this. There's no touch on the block.
Good reaction time from Logan Eggleston. Just turns around, practically gets hit with the ball just to send it over. Result in the France error. That's what defense gives you. It's just more opportunities for your opponent to potentially make an error and keep pressure on them.
Tunes are cranking at the Belgrade Arena. Njaye recycled by France. They come again with her, a little further off the net, and she scores.
Njaye making things look easy from either pin. Getting up there, great hand contact, just snaps this ball straight down.
Well, fans of UCLA would no doubt say, yeah, we knew this was coming. She was the star in the making. Big swing from Skinner. France attacking off the block and out. Njaye picking up her 11th point already.
We're not even through a set and a half and Njaye is already going off. Getting it done in different ways too. Going off the block, ripping it cross court. Doing a nice job.
So, a swap of middle blockers here for USA. Amber Igidi, the 24-year-old out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, comes into the game. She leads the U.S. in block points. And that's going to score, again, a smart side out. So again, USA not letting them kind of run away.
And that's the most important thing, is not allowing a team to go on runs. During week 1, we saw teams against U.S. go on a lot of runs with really tough serving, but the passers for USA doing a better job of siding out quicker.
Igidi serve taken well by Jalon. And a little off it from Njaye, so they recycle it for Kazut on the other side. Over again, another chance for France. They go to the middle. How about that setter? Goes to all three attackers in the front row.
That's what France needs to continue to do. Keep the offense spread out and keep it balanced. Don't allow USA to guess where this ball is going.
Denard Silos, the 22-year-old. The setter for Team France. Here's Fatoumata Fungedou. Another young player, just 21. Retke through the middle, picked up by France. So Fungedou does the setting for Njaye, and that's gonna score. She is just on fire.
How about that set from Fungedou in the backcourt, putting Njaye in the perfect position to go up and take a big rip on this. This game might come down to whether or not USA can contain Njaye.
Yeah. And if and when they figure it out, Kazut will be waiting in the wings. That's what France is hoping for. Here's Franklin. Njaye loading up again. Good job, Retke gets hands on it. Here's Eggleston, cross court, smart swing, point scored.
Eggleston has been fantastic in these transition plays when she knows that she's gonna have to work her butt off to get up and off the net, maybe take 2, 3, 4 swings during a rally, but she's working hard to get more opportunities.
Maddie Skinner, 11 serving 14. Good serve just over the top of the net. Kazut. And that ricochets off the block and out. It's point France. USA thought it deflected.
She was thinking it touched a player on the way out.
Which is not a challengeable thing.
Last touch.
So Eric Sullivan using this opportunity to discuss things with his team, the head coach to discuss things with his team. I knew I'd get it right eventually.
Yeah, so looking at who this last touch was off. Was it off USA's block or did it hit a French player on the way out?
Well, we normally have a really nifty little iPad sort of device, tablet sort of device, I should say, that tells us what the challenge is about, but it's out for repairs for the last few minutes, so.
This one might be a little trickier because there was multiple players it could have touched on the way out on France's side.
Tension builds. If USA wins the challenge, that's pretty significant because 12 serving 14 sounds a whole lot better than being down 15-11. Is there so USA seems to have won this challenge. A little bit of confusion reigning here.
So probably making sure that they got their rotation right after that long pause. You're allowed to ask for at any point.
All right, USA's number 9, Madison Skinner, ready to go. Puts the ball back in play. Off the net it comes, but it hits the antenna. And that gives USA reason to celebrate. The lead, the French lead, down to 1.
All of a sudden, USA is back in this set. Finding ways to grind it back after being down 14-10. A huge run right now.
Big side out needed here for France. And they watched that one out, but wow, that was close.
That ball barely missing wide, but a great service run from Maddie Skinner.
Iman Ndiaye ready to go. 23-year-old opposite. She delivers her second ace of the game, her 12th of the VNL. How about that?
One player USA has not been able to handle on the end line has been Ndiaye. Just unleashing back there, targeting different players every time too.
Well, that's a really good point. See where she comes now. Well, hard to know for sure, but it looked like she was heading over Skinner's way. That sounds like a street somewhere. Skinner's way. Logan Eggleston ready to go. And unfortunately for the US, the favor returned. Elena Kazut ready to go now. Standing right there and behind her coach. Big swing from Skinner out of the back row. My goodness, on that big attack, was that pretty?
Haven't seen too many big attacks for Team USA so far today. Normally a staple in their offense. That one very effective when they get it going.
France brings a new receiver into the game, Giardino, rather. There goes Dana Retke. An ace already in the match. Trying to go off the top of the net. (18-15) France. Silva serve taken by Eggleston. Here's Skinner with the back row power tip.
Maddie Skinner has just been fantastic wherever she is on the court. We've seen her dominate in the front row. Now they're getting her going a lot more in the back row. It's been incredibly effective. Had a really smart time as a middle was playing in the back row.
Giardino takes that, the one-hand punch set by Denard Celos. USA coming back with Franklin scoring off the block.
The U.S. playing toe-to-toe with France right now and getting a lot of offensive weapons going. Sage Khan and Torres making sure that on these perfect passes, not everything is going straight to the middle to make it one-dimensional.
Quick timeout, France. Let's listen in on head coach Cesar Hernandez-Gonzalez.
After in contre-attack, if they are contre-attack, it's super quick this ball. It's a good touch. We cannot go there, okay? We wait, so can be high, can be low. Okay, after, we will go with 6 there, 6-1, okay? What are you calling? 1 to open. In pass, okay? Try to put the setter close to 2, okay? To put on them the question mark, okay? And after like this you can open.
Let's go!
So Cesar Hernandez-Gonzalez has a plan for his team. First of all, you got to get the setter in a position, put the ball in her head, let her deal with it. And they do. And she sends it back to Ndiaye, and this is going to score. Interesting setup on that.
Ndiaye just going right off the top of the hand, something she does so well because of this contact point that she hits it at. Just going straight up.
Denard Celos now. At Eggleston, the serving target. Franklin, oh, what a pickup. Ndiaye. Here's Skinner. France over again, another chance for the US. Middle attack, kept up by Giardino. And that's finally gonna score as France has trouble with it on their own side.
France has made it so hard for the US to put down balls, especially during that rally, just doing everything they can to pick up some of these plays. That's why France right now has essentially 2 liberos in the backcourt with Giardino coming in as a defensive specialist.
Sarah Franklin working on a 5-point game of her own as USA is really spreading the offense around. And Jaye, though, continues to lead everyone. That's her 16th point.
We're not even through 2 sets, and Ndiaye is going off for France. The game plan is clear. Throughout rallies, even on serve receiver, quick transition plays, just get her the ball.
Captain Kazut is back in the game again, so that defender Giardino did her job very well for France. 20 serving 18. The push again, and Skinner fooled Jalon, the libero, big time.
Skinner's doing so well with these off speeds because we've seen a few drop right over the block. So the libero runs up to take this, but then pushed way deep behind her, a shot that we haven't seen from Skinner today so far.
Gidi serve, nice take from Jalon, had to lay out to take it, and that one ricochets off hands and finds its way out of bounds from Kazut.
Big swing from the captain in a massive moment. France now in this red zone, the last 5 or so points of the set. It's going to be important for them to close this up and tie it up. Otherwise, they're down 2-0 against a really formidable USA team.
They don't seem scared. They are not playing scared, at least not at this point. Maybe that's a scared serve, I don't know, from Fungedu.
Don't seem tired either, this France team. This is their 3rd match in just about 50, 51 hours. They don't look fatigued at all. They are playing fantastic.
Coach Hernandez Gonzalez told me his team's been together for 6 weeks now. And he also said in one of the interviews, you know what? If you're gonna have success, you're gonna have to play in with short rests. So we've been training and preparing for that. Here's Kazut, recycled by France, great play. USA, though, with a chance to attack through Eggleston, and she scores in a nifty play.
Sage Kaana-Torres is making this offense really difficult to beat because in those perfect pass situations, normally these go to the middle, but she sets it outside and lets Logan Eggleston get after it.
Huge side-out chance coming up here for France. USA trying to keep this little mini run going. Here's Kazut, and she scores. They really needed that.
And it's huge to have France have another high point scorer on their team, especially late in sets. That's what your captain outside gets you.
Yeah, otherwise, I think in week 1, they're a little bit more of a one-trick pony.
They had to be. They didn't have Kazut during week 1.
Yeah. And now she brings that whole extra bit. And here's an overpass from that great serve from Ndiaye. Kazut takes the left hand out, continues the play. Here's Eggleston, and Jalon picks it up. Oh my, almost an incredible point. Jalon, not only did she make the play almost, but she avoided getting run over by the sponsor signs.
Really good hustle from Jalon, and massive for USA to get that side out initially because Ndiaye had been crushing them off the service line. So that's one of the biggest side outs that USA has had this entire match so far.
Wow, she makes this play while she's jumping. Again, it's great, just amazing. Ndiaye brings the heat again. Franklin pushes it back over. This has got to go over from Rodriguez. Great effort by the libero on the other side as well. In addition to Franklin, everybody putting it all on the line.
I love these pursuit plays when you see the ball go on the other side of the net, but outside the court of play. This is legal. If you play it and it comes back outside of the antenna, that's a ball that Rodriguez could theoretically put over. Oh my.
Ooh.
She's tough.
That hurts.
Back hurt watching that.
Alexi Rodriguez, the 22-year-old from Sterling, Illinois, stays right out there. Here's Kazut, her team with a 1-point lead. And now it's tied again from Skinner.
Perfect execution on USA's side. Sarah Franklin nails the pass. It took her out of the offense, but then they have this backcourt big attack from Skinner that has been lethal today. Now we're tied at 23.
So France was playing there momentarily without a setter, and Bernard Silos back in.
Both setters front court and no libero for USA right now.
Bernard Solo sets it up for Njaye. Picked up by Eggleston. Out of system set from Skinner. Kept alive France. Not a great pass. Jenny. Pancake dig Retke again. Blocked by France, but it's out of bounds. What a play. France is going to immediately challenge, was that ball pancake dug or was it down on the floor?
That point's got to go to Dana Retke for an incredible pancake back there. Of course, we'll get another look at it, but man, the hustle from a middle blocker to get in there and get this ball up. Everything riding on that point.
Great work by our support crew, by the way. They've got that tablet back in front of us working top notch. So it's like a Formula One pit crew.
This is one of the most pivotal challenges that we've seen this entire match so far. A lot riding on this. It's either USA set point or France set point. Again, the question of whether that pancake was up from Dana Retke. Here's a look at it. That's good.
Oh, it's good.
All right, middle blocker.
So France, after calling the challenge, getting it denied, calls the timeout.
This one entering serve, spin serve for more.
Yes, spin rotation now. Setter in front. Okay, we have the setter in front, the middle blocker serving. Okay, no. Okay, we'll enter that. Okay, so any case, we can go there. We can go Iman, we can open. I don't know if you feel also, Dada, where are you? We call one, okay? If you feel good, we can play with her one time, okay? We never did, they will not be ready. They will move for sure, okay? After we need to go out. Kill the ball. Die! Avela!
I love how the coach is already looking ahead at the next play. After we get the point, then we're going to do this other stuff.
Also, now that France knows that Ronnie Jones-Perry is going in for Dana Retke. Jones-Perry, one of the toughest servers that USA has with a hard topspin, and you get that good defensive effort from Jones-Perry as an outside. He plays phenomenal in backcourt defense. You have front court setter on France's side as well, so a shorter blocker on that right side.
Ronnie Jones-Perry, twice the best outside hitter in the Brazilian Superliga, puts a good serve in, but it's right on the head of the setter, and France attacks through the middle, and Silvason scores, and we're tied.
Perfectly executed by France, nailing this pass up at the net. Difficult to get two blockers up on that, and Silvas turns it away from where the block is coming from. And now no libero on the court for France, so a lot open in the middle of the court. Someone's got to pick that up and know who's going to take the second ball.
Lexi Rodriguez taking a lot of court over on the USA side, but it's Franklin who gets the serve. It's Skinner attacking, but it's France covering. A chance to take set point, and no, it's missed, and they're going to challenge right away. Do they have any challenges left? Yes, they do. So, referee Nurper Ozbar from Turkey saying the challenge is coming here, the last action on the play.
Beat the ball before. They touch in defense now, and before we touch in defense, and you show us challenge in defense, nothing below, and you give the ball to them.
You can check everything. You can check. Oh, okay, I know. You can check everything. I know. But you was so.
So again, this is such a vital point here. If USA has set point, they are just a step away from taking a 2-set-to-none lead in the match. If France gets set point, we're that close to tying the match.
Now France is challenging that last touch. So who touched the play last? Was it their attacker, or was it the block up front, or potentially a backcourt defender? Didn't look like a backcourt defender live, but maybe the touch up front.
We check everything. Didn't touch. Simply didn't touch.
No
Check
block
everything.
touch
We
seen
check-
on
we
the
check
video.
all camera, but we didn't show us. No, we didn't show because close. Sorry. But why before?
Why before we watch?
Sorry, can I ask something?
Why before we watch?
So that's the end of the play. Let's listen in from referee Osbar.
Block touch. We check each camera. Didn't touch anything. Yes, we check each camera.
Well, there you go.
But we didn't show. Why we cannot see? Yes, we didn't show. We show it. But before it shows.
Because we didn't jump in block before.
Sounded like Kazut was asking also for the defensive touch, which our up ref said they also checked. They just didn't show in the arena.
Sejka Heine-Torres ready to serve once she gets the okay from referee Osbar. So USA with set point. France trying to get the side out again. Ndiaye's missed this. There's no touch and the set is over. It is USA winning 26-24. And they lead it 2-0.
And that's a play that France looked like they wanted to challenge, but they were out of challenges at that point, so they could not challenge a block touch on that last play. Well fought by USA, who was trailing pretty much the entire set up until the final points, but it's not about how you start, it's about how they finish that set. And they found a way to get it done in the massive moments at the end.
And they did not let France get away, even though France was looking the better team at various points in the set.
France's attack did a little bit better in terms of having the edge on USA, but it was those France errors that really made the difference. Just that swing of two. Difficult to win a set when you're handing the other opponent 6 errors during that one. The block for USA coming alive. Also some service pressure that we saw was great.
USA has got to expect a pushback. In France's first 7 matches, they have only been swept once. And that was by China in week 1 before Elena Kazut joined the team. So they have shown a lot of fight back. Team USA coach Eric Sullivan has designed a good game plan for his team, it seems, so far. And through 2 sets, they lead this one at 2-0. Eric Sullivan is sidelines with our Denise Austin. Whenever you're ready, Denise, take it away.
Good set start for you, coach. I've noticed, though, you're a little bit slow at the blocks and you've given them leads in the beginning. What can you do to counter that? Because France are looking strong and you don't want to give them too big a lead.
For sure, I think the biggest upgrade we can make is just execution. We got to get our hands across the net a little quicker. You know, they've gone over us a couple of times. I'm not worried about that ball. I'm worried about the balls kind of rattling around and in the seams. So if we can clean that up, I think we're in a good spot. But I really like how we just kind of persevered. It wasn't the cleanest 2 sets by us, but we found a way to win at the end, and that's awesome. It's part of the journey.
Yeah, they certainly are playing scrappy. And also we're having what I would say is an opposite fight-off right now between Skinner and Ndiaye. How are you going to continue to sort of negate what she's doing?
Yeah, look, like I said, we just got to get in front of her and get our hands over her and make sure that she's not hitting off the edges. If she's hitting around us, I think we have a chance to defend. But she's a nice player, so this is part of the great challenge for tonight. We knew that she was going to be a handful for us.
Thanks and good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure that Ndiaye didn't come up as a surprise to Eric Sullivan and Team USA. Meanwhile, we need to hear from Cesar Hernandez-Gonzalez. He's always ready with a comment, and he's standing by courtside with our Denise Austin.
Start from your team, but not the finishes of the both sets. What's the plan for the next one?
Hey, in some situation we are speeding up the game more than what we need because they are great block, pretty physically pretty big. So we need to work even more slow to have more time to find fingers and to find angles. And after we know that they use the pipes, they use the idea to play the high ball really short, and we need to find little better solution there in block and defense. And keep fighting. We were there, something happened in the last part of the set that I didn't understood, Now we are 2-0 under. Okay, a new history now that we will try to fight.
Thanks so much and good luck.
Leading 2-0. Referee Nurpur Ozbar says put the ball in play, and the Americans do with Kahana Torres. The setter, France attacking with Ndiaye, picked up by Eggleston. Back onto the hand of Skinner, and she's blocked.
Big block up front. Nice shutdown of USA's most productive player so far on the right side of the court.
Howard Jenny ready to put this ball in play. 31-year-old outside hitter, one of the veterans of this French team. Here's Skinner, blocked, recycled by USA to come again for Skinner. It's cross court, it's out, there's no touch, and it's a quick 2-0 lead, France.
And right away, Sage Kahana Torres goes back to the attacker that had just got blocked. Try to get her that confidence back early on in the set. Watch for SKT to continue to get to the ball.
Nice up from Rodriguez. Franklin tries the tip. Kazut has it up. Kazut tries the push, and she scores on it. You don't always have to hammer it down.
Sometimes it's that easy ball just right over the top of the blockers, and so well placed from Kazut because it pretty much dribbled on their backs. It's so hard to play when it's like that.
Volleyball is such a game of thinking in the middle of like a broken play.
Yeah, those adjustments and split-second decisions are what makes some of the best players great.
Again, Rodriguez, perfect pass. Igidi thought she's had it, but it's out. And a quick timeout has been called by USA's Eric Sullivan, down 4-0.
Guys, we don't have to score the point every single time. Good hard swings, make sure we're going at them, right? But we don't have to find these wild edges or just trying to find a piece of the block.
Okay, row one, unanswered, no line. Okay, Sarah's on the sideline, nothing to your left. Okay, you got everything to your left. Okay, you talking? Let's go. All right, come on, we go. USA!
Good times at the Belgrade Arena in Serbia. Final day of week number 2 of the Volleyball Nations League. Last and 8th game of the 12-game tournament for both USA and France. France leads in the set 4-0. USA leads in the match 2-0. Howie Jenny's serve taken by Franklin. USA passing's been good here. That hasn't been the problem. They come again. And good dig from Denard Silos. This is going to be another free ball. USA gets to come again, a third time in this rally. Franklin picked up by Denard Silos. Can Ndiaye finish it? Yes, she can. Puts it over the block, through the block, and it drops down.
France is defending so well on their side. USA got a free ball. That's a missed opportunity for them to put the ball down. Franklin gets a little bit timid on the swing, and France just eats it up.
Nice little serving run here for Sabine Howe-Jenny. Franklin, again, picked up by France. A chance to add with Ndiaye, and she's hammers it, goes off the block and drops at the feet of the American players.
Igidi in the perfect spot to make this play, just doesn't get those hands pressed over enough and wrapped around. This is a tough start for USA. They've got to figure something out right now.
Wouldn't think they'd want to be calling a timeout again. Down 6-0 here early on.
I think this is also an opportunity for Sullivan to figure out, how have his players rather figure it out on the court. He's already stopped their momentum. Have them figure it out now.
Howard Jenny's moved herself all the way across the floor. Eggleston stopped by the monster block of Fungedu and Ndiaye together.
What a read up front. Fungedu stepping in, just so well read, knowing that that big attack is what USA loves to go to with help from Ndiaye.
So Njaye's 20th point of the match is her first block point. My goodness. 7-0 France. USA recycles to come again. Franklin tips out, no touch, 8-0.
I mean, at this point, some kind of slowdown needs to happen. We'll see Rachel Fairbanks check in, but also you could change the serve receive a little bit.
So Fairbanks to set. France has really done well to vary their serves. USA's passing has been okay.
Yeah, passing is not the issue here.
And they can have a sigh, breathe a sigh of relief. Getting their first point of set number 3. They've got a big hill to climb here. Former University of Wisconsin Badger Sarah Franklin. Here's Kazut, hammers it, and Lexi Rodriguez wishes she could have that one back.
Just good swing from Kazut on the outside. Sees that cross-court shot open. Rodriguez just not getting around the block enough to make a play.
Kazut doesn't make a lot of bad swings, does she?
She's a great outside because she's not high error. She keeps the ball in play. It might not be flashy, but she finds a way.
Fungedu trying to challenge USA down the line, just misses this one. But look at that lead on your screen, 9-2 France.
This is USA's best front line. You have Skinner, Retke, and Eggleston up front, along with Franklin as an option in the back. For them to hold this.
Njaye from a standing position. Here's Franklin, the big attack, over again. USA loads up again, and Skinner gets it done.
Good transition play. Franklin stepping in, taking that free ball, takes her out of the offense, but puts Fairbanks in a great spot to run everyone else in the front court.
Amber Igidi serve, taken overhand by Kazut, and Njaye block out, another point. My goodness.
Good finish from Njaye. Sending this one right off the block, seeing it too high rather than pressed over. And that'll bring her on the end line, and she's been France's most effective server tonight.
Good one there, but USA has it, and then Retke just releasing a bit of frustration.
What a set from Rachel Fairbanks stepping in, 10 feet off the net, and still gets this gap attack.
Skinner. One-handed set, and then the two-handed attack. How about mix it up a little bit, France?
I love that from Silvis up front, knowing that she's matched up with Dana Retke. It's going to have to go over more aggressive than just an easy little ball over.
Spinning the world on her fingers. Helena Kazut, the captain of Team France, well known around European volleyball. She comes in to take that. Middle attack from Silvis, too hot to handle.
A lot more middle involvement on France's side. The passes have allowed that to happen in the perfect spot. And Silvis going back to that cross court.
Fairbanks delivers to Eggleston. All the way over it goes, though. Another setup for Eggleston. France has it again. Now they come in system with Kazut back row, and she squeaks it onto the floor.
Crafty play from the captain, flying through the back row. Timing a little bit off, but still gets a hand on it just to put right over the block.
Again, that's that thinking in the middle of what might be a broken play.
This is just domination on France's side right now. Fantastic response from them.
Kazut. Well, there's hasn't been, well, France hasn't made a lot of mistakes. They've really only made a couple of serving errors in this set. Got a 13-5 lead. Eggleston. Not a great pass, but somehow punched over by Silvis, switching places with the outside hitter, and they got all discombobulated over on the French side.
Yeah, really great decision for Fairbanks. Although she's a front court setter, doesn't take this ball over and gives Recchi a great slide set.
So 6 serving, 13. Certainly not over yet. USA can put on a run. Let's see if they can do it here. Taken well overhand by Kazut. Howard-Jenny blocked, and Dana Redke's fired up now.
Good read from Recchi up front. Gets those hands pressed so far over the net. See how much space that she takes up, and even though it looks like a seam, she fills it at the last second.
Denard Silos trying to set up Njaye from the back row. All she can do is set the ball over. Franklin, nice pickup from Jalon. Kazut goes to get it. This is going to be tough. The left-handed touch doesn't go from Howard-Jenny. Here's Franklin. France back in system again. Howard-Jenny, no touch. Oh, yes, there is a touch. And it's a point, France.
Big swing from Howard-Jenny up front. An undersized outside loves to go high hands with this. Kind of just punches it right at fingertips to get the touch off.
Amanda Silvas. Here's Skinner, and Fungedu was all over that.
Huge read from Fungedu up front. Knowing that in this perfect pass situation, she has to stay neutral and wait for that big attack. That discipline allowed for this massive stuff.
The other middle blocker, Silvis. An overhand dig from Fungedu. Here's Kazot. Great dig from Rodriguez. France getting set up again. Howard-Jenny is going to sneak that to the floor. A little bit of an off-speed shot. USA needs the timeout, down 16-7 here in set number 3.
All I'm worried about right now is us kind of resetting the whole thing. 0-0, right? They've done this to a bunch of teams. They'll get going. They do some nice things. They get going. They're going to blow some teams out, right? Not that big of a deal, right? Find a little bit of rhythm, just nice, easy contacts, and then force them to do something nice, right? We're letting them get away with a whole bunch of shit right now. Let's just clean it up here.
USA! USA!
France trying to win not only a match, but a set for the first time against USA in recent memory. Last 2 meetings were 3-0 for USA, but France is in the driver's seat here. Here's Franklin off hands and almost dug up by Kazut, who's just pulling herself off the ground.
I've seen that a few times today from Kazut, but I mean, it's been a long few days for France. They've played, this is now their 3rd match in the last 52 hours, I think we're at. So, I mean, these players, and she's gotten a ton of playing time, really hasn't barely seen the bench at all. So all these players have got to be exhausted.
Kazut's got herself up. And Njaye, yeah, there's a touch here on the attack there, and back into the France point column. Denard Celos. Again, good passing from USA, and this time they get it done with Igidi and the slide play.
And Franklin has done a really nice job during set 3. She's getting targeted, but she is getting this ball, if not up at the net, right inside the 10-foot line to allow all options on attack. It's just been a question of, can they really get this offense going?
France comes through Kazut. Rodriguez right there. Here's Franklin, down the line, misses it, and there's no touch, and a challenge coming from USA. They think there is a touch. So block touch challenge, USA. Oh yeah, good challenge.
It always looks painful whenever we see those block touches in slow-mo. Like, I know it's so common, it happens all the time, but every time I see it, it's like, oh, ow.
That's why some of the pros they tape it. It's so much tape on there, it's crazy.
A lot of the players that came from the Texas program, it's something they do as well. Your fingers get jammed up too.
Yeah.
It's the worst when.
But the problem is, if those players ever have to set the ball, they're not much good at it. Well, I guess that's an argument too. You could probably learn how to set with all that tape on your hands. Here we go, 18-10 France after that last point. Wow, so Franklin delivers big time.
And that's a point that USA needs just to gain some momentum in this set. Down 7 right now, they're gonna need some big swings to get out of it.
Impressively, that was from the right side for Franklin, showing she can also deliver from both sides. So back in to help out on reception and on defense is Giardino, the number 3 for France, the other libero. She plays that one beautifully, and that's what a good pass does.
France continues to pass nails throughout this entire match, and that's allowed Dinar Salos, the setter for France, to keep it really balanced and spread out. USA can never guess who's gonna get this ball.
Fungedu's serve, picked up by Rodriguez, right at the net. Eggleston goes off the block.
Beautiful set from Kahaina Torres. This ball pushed right up at the tape. Watch body position. Back toward the net. Bit of a side set, but beautiful ball over Kahaina Torres' shoulder.
12 serving 19. Can USA mount a bit of a comeback here, or more than a bit? Here's Silves, recycled by France off the Retke block. Kazoo picked up by Kahaina Torres. Skinner popped up by Kazoo, but it's going to be point USA. And they hope that's the beginning of a comeback.
USA just hoping to chip away slowly at this lead. Can they just score a point in and point out?
Next point for France, a big one if they can get to 20 soon. And Jaye, she gets shut down. Dana Retke all over that.
US isn't out of this set so far, now down just 5, but they're gonna need some high momentum plays, just like this one from Retke, if they wanna get back in it.
It's not done, eh? We keep with our ideas, avoid the middle, they are not following, okay? That 3, we push a little more, you will find space. Okay? After all option, we need to push. We play with the wings to push the ball close to the antennas, okay? To find solution there, Hey, one side out, one side out.
Interesting how whatever the coach's message is in that kind of a situation, always the last message coming out of the huddle is side out. So Giardino staying in the game. The second libero out there for France. On serve receive from Logan Eggleston. Eggleston had a 24-point game earlier in the week. Here's the middle attack from Silves, who got herself all spun around but gets the point.
Some more good passing on France's side. Well handled, pushed up at the net in the middles. So effective. Not a good set, but manages to get it over and score.
And somehow manages to stay off the net.
Yeah.
A little matrix action there. Njaye, watch this serve. Takes a wee bit off it, but still good. Here's Skinner, block, but block out, and USA does what they want, a quick side out.
Huge pass from Lexi Rodriguez in the back row, essentially defending this ball based on how hard it came. Huge for Skinner to get it Njaye off the back line so that she helps out her serve receive a little bit.
15 serving 20 here in set number 3. USA won the first 2 and really needed that to get over. Now they're facing a 6-point deficit. Team France captain, 27-year-old Elena Kazut. Heading to play at the big team in Turkey, Vakıfbank. She's going to swing from the back row and miss. And there's no touch on that.
It's a good run getting Kazut going in the back row. We haven't seen too many back row attacks for France today, but when they have been up there, they've been effective.
Former Texas Longhorn Eggleston sends her serve at Kazut. Here's Njaye. She's completely missed this one. That hasn't happened very often. Another serve for Eggleston. Next point could be really interesting here. Howard Jenny goes off the block and out, so that is the point France really needed.
Now France just 3 points away from winning this set. Good job just keeping the pedal on the metal ever since that 8-0 run in the beginning.
Yeah, I thought if that last point would have gone the other way, then they might have got a little nervous. The jump set, Retke delivers on the slide play big time. Nobody there really.
That slide play was so effective in the US's win over the Netherlands last night. Retke was unstoppable on it. Haven't seen it too much today so far. That's something the US needs to get going moving forward in this match.
Captain for USA, Ronnie Jones-Perry, comes into the game to deliver a serve. Maybe more than one. It's a good one. Taken by Howard Jenny. Njaye just punches that one over. Here comes Skinner, and she's hoping for a touch here. I don't know. They're going to challenge. So you say, obviously challenging block touch. Ooh. Wow. What a great call by Skinner, who knew it immediately.
Center line. Challenge for center line. Last action.
So another challenge?
Another challenge on France's side, looking at a center line fault. So whether a player's whole foot stepped over the line, if any part of their foot's touching the line, that's okay, but the whole foot has to be over for it to be a fault.
So the first challenge would have scored the point for USA. Second challenge would give the point back to France.
That's clean.
Yeah.
Also clean.
Also
clean.
It's very
Keep
clean.
going.
A lot of cleanliness there. So at the end of all of that, a timeout call by Cesar Hernandez Gonzalez.
call, and we go, okay? After, identify the serve. If it's strong, we keep the ball high. We have the possibility every time to attack in 4 or to attack in 2, okay? After, attackers, middles are good, big enough. Position 2, better even, I don't know, position 2, middle blocker, okay? Choose here, okay? This area, every time, better than this, okay?
Interesting little teaching going on about block technique in the middle of that timeout. So Ronnie Jones-Perry has the ball in her hands again, ready to deliver. 19 serving 22. Big, big point here. Perfect pass. Jenny hammers that one. What a big point for Team France.
Such a smart play from the setter. Perfect pass. USA's middle is caught. Jumping with their middle. Easy one-on-one put down for Jenny.
French team really feeling the vibe. USA trying to create their own vibe, but it's popped up by France. A chance to try to get set point with Jenny, picked up by Eggleston off the block. And now Skinner. France has got that. Jenny, what a cross-court angle. Set point France, wow.
Back-to-back angles for Jenny, just crushing this ball cross-court.
Crowd and the French team trying to clap their way into a fourth set. 24-19, 5 set points for France to work with. Franklin, nice little left-handed tip, and it's not over yet.
USA from this point out can't look at the scoreboard, just focus on 1 point at a time. In a great rotation up front with Skinner, Igidi, and Franklin, along with Eggleston in the back row.
Pride of Honolulu. Kayana Torres just missing that one long. So the third set goes to France, 25-20. USA leads the match 2-1. Alexi Rodriguez to begin the set. France might try to keep it away from her.
As they should.
Sabine Jenny sends the serve at Sarah Franklin. Solid pass. That is in from Eggleston from the back row.
USA needs to continue to feed that backcourt big attack, whether it's Eggleston or Franklin back there. They need more production from the back row.
Sarah Franklin. Nice take from Kazut. Popped up by the setter. Nobody ready for that second ball on USA as Kahana Torres pops it up.
A bit of a miscommunication on USA's side. Good up from Kahana Torres, but someone's got to make a play on this second ball.
And she had the look on her face like, excuse me.
Lay out for that, no one's going to play it.
Fungedu serve. Again, USA's passing solid, and that allows that, which sort of like the first couple of sets, Eric Sullivan said it maybe wasn't pretty, but we found a way.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter how you get it done, you just have to get it done. Doesn't matter if it's the hard hit or the tip. USA's tips were really effective during set 1 and set 2.
Breon Butler, another Texas Longhorn, sends it deep. Jenny decides to play it. Kazut off hands, recycled by France. Kazut again, and it goes block out. She's really good at that.
Kazut is just such an experienced player, knows what to do in every situation. If the block is well formed in front of her, she can go off of it or go to off speeds. Just finding ways around it too.
Here comes Njaye's 12th serve of the match. Taken well by Eggleston. She goes with the power tip and almost kept alive on the diving effort of Jenny.
Huge play for Eggleston overall. Gets this pass in a decent spot to get a good set out of, but most importantly, put this ball down so that Njaye isn't on the end line anymore.
Good point. USA has one of their stars opposites, or their star opposite on the end line. Here's Skinner. Just missing that one long. The younger sister of Avery Skinner, who played for USA at the Olympic Games in Paris last year. 3-3 tie, set number 4. The captain of France, Cazout, puts this ball in play, popped up by Rodriguez. Franklin, nice coverage, but it's out of system here for France. Howard-Jenny shut down the monster block for Retke and Kahina Torres.
USA's block needs to continue to come alive, especially with a player like Dana Retke, an Olympian who won silver in Paris. She has to make an impact here defensively. That's a great start.
Yeah, Kahina Torres deserves to get the point on that, but Retke was right there just in case it got through. Njaye, back row attack, thing of beauty. She's got 23 points.
Njaye just been unstoppable today. Whether or not she's on that right side pin, back court, front court, doesn't matter. Denarcelos is finding her everywhere.
So she had 22 through 3 sets. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Silvas. Rodriguez lays out to take it. Here's Skinner, climbs the ladder and hammers it to the corner with some precision. So it wasn't a full hammering. Dana Retke, twice the best spiker in the Champions League, the former Wisconsin Badger. Here's Howard-Jenny down the line, no touch. Point USA.
USA with this slight edge. They look to continue tough service pressure, or at least establish tough service pressure that we haven't really seen all day. France has been passing nails.
That's not a good pass either. Howard-Jenny trying to convert it, but she won't because it's Butler and Kahina Torres this time working together.
There's the serve working really well with the blocker as Retke knocks France out of system, forcing an out of system play. And Brianne Butler and Kahina Torres are waiting on this.
We let them do like this, and now soft here, okay? I'm the center, soft here, okay? Not inside. Or we deep, or we cover, okay? When we are in difficulty, they will cross the line, it's good. If we are good, over, we go straight, not this. Straight, this one, okay? Ah, yes,
That block for Kahina Torres, her 4th block point of the game. That leads all blockers.
It's awesome to see from a player like Kahina Torres, who is very much an undersized front row player. Oftentimes attackers think they can go after that, but she's so disciplined up front, she's not allowing them to go after her.
Dana Retke's serve, taken by Jalon. Cazout, oh my, how pretty is that?
And that's experience playing out. Alana Cazout, one of the most experienced players on the court today, has been playing at such a high level in club for so long. Just beautiful placement.
Over 80 national team selections for Cazout, including playing at the Olympic Games in Paris last year. And that one drops down from the setter, Denarcelos, and it's an ace for France.
Sneaky serve from the end line. Denarcelos putting this right in front of the passers. Barely any spin. Catches the tape and just falls.
She comes again. The 22-year-old setter, Denarcelos. Oh, how about that from Sarah Franklin? The French team didn't like it.
Another high IQ play. Sarah Franklin this time, just a two-hand push right down.
No hesitation by the referee on that. Kaina Torres now setting out of the back row after serving. And that is going to miss. And after France comes awfully close, they let USA score a couple again in succession.
France got off to such a good start during set 3, off an 8-0 run. Now down 3 here in set 4. This is a must-win set for France to continue to push this match. They have to play cleaner.
Again, not a great pass. Here's Njaye. She goes off the block. And the referee hasn't made her call yet. Going to challenge it. She's going to do a referee challenge here to see when it hit the antenna and who hit it last before that.
So we're looking at who touched it last. Was it Njaye or was it the block that sent it out of bounds?
Both teams were celebrating, and the referee didn't signal either team a point yet. And it is going to go France's way. So the referee obviously has the right to call a challenge, just a referee challenge, to make sure they get it right. She's happy with it. France is happy with it. 7 serving 9 here in set number 3. France trying to start their comeback with Hawajeni. They're often good with her at the baseline, but that is an important point for USA.
A really massive side out, nailing that pass right away, getting Butler going in the middle, something that USA has lacked over the last set.
Sarah Franklin riding an 11-point game. Recycled by France again. This time it's Kazut on the other side, and it's going to fall eventually on the USA side.
Yeah, not the cleanest play for USA, just that lift call. Getting under it a little funky.
I thought it hit the ground before.
I also thought it did.
Yeah,
but
it did.
I'm sure there would have been a challenge if France did not win that point.
I'm sure we're both right on that.
Good front court for France. They'll want to hold this rotation as long as possible.
For sure. Kazut on one side and Njaye on the other. But they're not going to, because USA smartly goes off the block to score.
Good pass again, USA, really continuing this passing rhythm in the backcourt that's allowed for a more dynamic attack.
Breon Butler loading up for her serve. Taken by Hawajeni. Njaye, wow. Does she hammer that? And it's out. And it's a challenge coming from France.
Looking for a block touch.
And there was none.
I like that look at Cesar Hernandez's iPad too. You could see he was actually watching the game.
Yeah, that's
telling
really,
them where to line up. I like that.
That's really interesting. So he's called a timeout. His team down by 4. They need to win set 4 to keep the match going. And it's time to talk about it.
We spoke, is that we are playing the final of this week, okay? So, we are now a little bit dropping, normal, okay? We need to find energy somewhere, I don't know. After 1 point, we celebrate together like the yay! To put our level of testosterone higher, okay? Because we need little more aggressivity. If not, they will collect the set, okay?
Completely agree with Cesar Hernandez right there, telling his team, it's not even what we're doing on the court, it's just an energy thing. Yeah, we've played 3 matches in the last basically 2 days. We look tired out there, so fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I thought someone might pull out some smelling salts or something. Like just
get them going.
Yeah, get it going. Let's see if France gets the side out, if they have the celebration that the coach suggested. Breon Butler hopes there's no reason for it. Good pass. Good set. Good keep up by Butler. USA comes back. They'll recycle it again. And Retke, that's how you do it.
Good response from USA right out of that timeout, trying to stop the momentum, but they're able to get this easy ball going. Perfectly placed up at the net. Good push from Retke.
Well, that might be a really key point here. France had scored that. It's only a 3-point deficit. Now it's 5.
And France out of timeouts at this point.
Kazut goes hard cross court. Let's see the celebration on the French side.
Yeah, and not really up to par with, I think, what coach wanted.
Not as much elan as I thought there might be. All right, double switch happening here for France. Actually, I don't think they have a setter out there.
No setter.
So Njaye, who's been so good from the end line, not that time.
That coming in just as a blocking sub there. Just half of that double sub going in. Now we do have a setter coming back in for the end of the double sub.
Nina Stojilkovic, who's going to be moving her professional career from Turkey to Greece this year. Madison Skinner serves. USA working on a 5-point lead. Rodriguez gets the dig, but no one can quite get on the other end of it.
That ball coming with a ton of heat. It's one thing to get under it, but then it's another thing to get that ball in a good position.
France looking for break points here. Maybe the captain, watch, she takes a little side step, kind of like an Annie Drews play. Oh, how about Silvis hanging around at the net and tapping it down?
Good front court presence from Silvis up there. A physical middle blocker, just hangs up there a second longer to shut it down.
Of course, we know that physically you can't hang any longer, but when you keep your arms up there, you sure make it look like it.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see players drop their arms, but it's important not to for that reason exactly.
So Kazut really gunning for it on that one and misses. France still in search of that run before USA runs away with this 4th set. Logan Eggleston. Good pickup from Jalon. Howajeni, cross court. Rodriguez under it perfectly. Franklin. France has it. Here's the back row attack, and Retke reads it like a book.
Retke shutting it down on France's side. Great wrap around this block. Not only, of course, is she tall and physical, but great handwork just to wrap around and get it down.
Retke saying, Sage Kahana-Torres, I don't want you getting all the blocking praise here tonight.
Give me something.
Middle attack, and Silvis with a nice finish.
This is where if France wants to make this late push, it's gonna have to start now. Get some good service pressure from the end line, try to knock USA's offense out of rhythm because they're clicking incredibly right now.
So Giclée is in the game. She got a hand on that one, but can't bring it up. And what that means is Njaye is sitting on the bench. I suspect we may see her again at some point, but
if we don't, she has had an incredible night.
And week.
Yeah.
And VNL.
Really a breakout VNL performance for Njaye. It's been so much fun to watch her come alive.
I mean, she's had good performances in past tournaments, but maybe not at the same level that maybe all of us didn't hear about. So after that service miss, goes back to France. Here is Lucille Giclée, who played at Chieti in Italy last year. Good serve. Franklin, nicely done. Off the block.
Back-to-back points for Sarah Franklin, ripping it inside the block. This is her bread and butter shot. She hits sharper and sharper when she's feeling herself up there. Can't even explain how many times I've seen her hit that shot at Wisconsin. I mean, it is just there every time.
So Njaye is back in the game and doing, well, you know, Njaye type things.
Now the exact same thing that Sarah Franklin just did on the other side, a really impressive cross-court shot. She can get it done from any pin.
This is where France needs to make its move. Njaye in the front row, Kazut in the front row. Hawajeni serving. They had a big run like this earlier in the match. They get the ball up here. The set comes out to Kazut. Recycled by France. Come again for Kazut. Has she caught hands? She sure has. It's a three-point game.
France not out of it yet. Kazut trying to get her team going, get a little fire under them. Big point for France to keep that ball alive, get the recycle, and then let Kazut go to work again outside.
Tension building here. Hawajeni. Franklin makes a play on it. It's not a free ball, but not a great position for Skinner. She doesn't get it. It's a two-point game, and thus a timeout call USA.
Okay. Hey, row one, serving down the line. Okay, you're all over. You've been great on that. Okay, so got the red, pick, three in the gap. Okay, one big side here. Get out of this. Let's get rolling.
You're doing an awesome job. Next play mentality here. Let's go.
Let's go, USA. Come on.
Here we go.
Here we go. USA. USA.
USA trying to seal the deal on a 4-point victory against France. France has other ideas. They've got their stars in the front row. Fans hoping for great action. Tight set, too tight, over. Fungedu pops it down. It's a one-point game.
All of a sudden, France is back in it with tough serving. Exactly what they needed to do at this point in the set to get back at it. Already down 2-1 in this match.
Better pass. Back row attack. Hawajeni pops it up. Jalon with the bump set for Kazut. Kept alive. Good job by Denard Silos. USA with a chance to attack through Skinner. Kept alive by France. Kazut. The tip popped up again. And out, and no touch, and tie game, 18-18.
What a run from France that we're seeing with Hawajeni on the back line. They are playing lights out for every single point. Nothing is hitting the floor on France's side.
Come again with Hawajeni. Sending it deep. Rodriguez up. Franklin, the two-handed push. The libero does the setting. Rodriguez lays out to make the play. Skinner trying to finish and gets shut down, and France leads it.
6-point run for France. They were down 18-13. All of a sudden storming back in a must-win set for them. Everything going right on France's side.
What do we think about stacking in this? Want to try that? Okay, let's do that. Stack here. Okay, come around. Go on the right. All right, everything good. Battle here. Game of runs, ups and downs. Okay, long way to go in this game.
Stop him here. Let's go. Game time. Let's go. USA. USA. Here we go, ladies.
Remind us what the stack is.
So the stack, when you have your passers, everyone stacked over to the left side or the right side, but in this rotation, they'll stack everyone over on the left. So basically, this just gives the server a different look, something else to think about. Maybe they try to go for a different seam just to try to throw Hawajeni off on this 6-0 run.
Remember her last serving run? She walked across, and guess what? She's just done the same thing. Walked all the way across to the other side.
serving into traffic down the line.
31-year-old, this is not her first rodeo, or rodeo maybe. And how about that? She delivers an ace.
7-0 run for France now. Massive serving, even with a different look on USA's side. Same type of serve, just a float serve, not a lot of spin on it. This is where USA needs a side out.
Looking for it here from Franklin, but it's off hands. France has a chance to attack with Kazut, their captain. Rodriguez pops it up. Skinner. Gilon gets it up. Kazut gets it down off the hands, and it's another point on this massive run.
An 8-0 run to start the last set was what got France back in this game 2-1. Now, an 8-0 run here in this fourth set is what has got France back in this.
Astonishing. And it was this exact way with Howie Jenny serving. Offhand, she picks up the ball. It's tight to the net, scooped up by Denard Silos, and that's finally going to stop the run at 8.
The end of this set is going to be about grit for USA. Can they dig in after all momentum right now is on France's side? Now Logan Lednicki in the match on the right side. She was massive during the first set when she checked in at the end. Can she do it again here? She's going to have to.
Giardino steps in as well for France. Force back row defense. She plays it right to her setter. And Kazut delivers yet again. She gets better every time as the match goes on.
That's what you want in your leader, your captain. When the match is close, when sets are very tight, you want a player that you can rely on every time. That is Kazut for France.
7 points in this set, leads all scorers for Elena Kazut, the captain of Team France. Fungedu serve, taken well by Franklin. Lednicki hammers it from the side, the lefty from the right side, but it's down.
Lednicki stepping in for Madison Skinner, who was USA's leading point scorer at that time. So Eric Sullivan taking his best player off the court in a big moment doesn't pay off right now.
23-19. What a stunning turnaround here for France. Eggleston, oh, and almost kept up by the diving Giardino. But a big point for the U.S.
Yeah, now U.S. has got work to do right now. As Dana Recchi checks back into the match, massive presence up front for Team USA. Look for France to move her pin to pin. You still got Njaye up front for them.
Breon Butler's serve goes at the newcomer Giardino. Here's Kazut, takes something off it, fakes that she's going hard, and it's set point France.
Just a high-level play from an experienced player. She's been ripping balls that time, pulls back just a little bit.
Leading scorer in the match, Njaye loading up for the serve. Already 2 aces from the end line in the game. 4 set points, France. Buckle up. She's missed it by a lot.
USA happy to get Njaye off the service line because of how tough that ball is. And now we will see Maddie Skinner check back into the match.
She's piled up over 80 points in the tournament. She's had a big week for Team USA. Here comes the serve from number 9, Madison Skinner. And that's how the set will end. France bounces back, storms back from a big deficit to win the set impressively. Ball here, and let's play a set 5. So France starts with its strength in the front row, and Howie Jenny serving. Sprint to 15, taken by Rodriguez. Eggleston, and the ball drops on Njaye. She didn't know where it was.
Big side out instantly for Team USA, because with Iowa Jenny on the back line, she was the reason for that 8-0 run in the 4th set that pushed France to this 5th set. So huge just for confidence of USA. to get it done really easily.
Here's Breon Butler's serve, taken by Awajeni. This is going to be from well back from Kazuch. Still gets a lot on it. Eggleston off hands, and USA jumps out to a nice lead here.
Good finish from Logan Eggleston, who has been so consistent for Team USA. Maybe not leading them in points every match, but such a steady presence, keeping the ball in play, making sure to do her job as big outside.
Butler's serve, unfortunately for her, into the net it goes.
Good front row for USA. Skinner up front on the right, Recchi, Eggleston on the outside. Good front row for France too. Kazout, Silves, and Jaye.
Fungedu's serve, taken by Franklin well. Eggleston with a power tip, and she does it again.
Really effective play from Eggleston. Not the perfect set, big block in front of her, but finds a solution out of it.
France trying to avoid falling in a hole here. Gets a good pass. And I think a left-hand touch there from Kazout. Here's Njaye. She rattles that off the hands to score.
Njaye a little bit quieter during the last two sets as Kazout has really come alive for France and the offense has gotten more balanced. But don't be mistaken, that's Njaye's 26th point of the night. So in these moments, especially in a fifth set, expect France to keep getting her going now in the backcourt.
So she's good from the end line, we know that. Good take by Franklin. Good pickup by Awajeni rather, and Kazout somehow wipes this one off the block.
High IQ play from Elena Kazout up front. Sees where the block is, just an easy push right off of it. After a great dig from Awajeni in the backcourt.
Njaye is still serving for France. Game tied at 3. Retke slide play, as predicted. Retke slide play, as predicted. And France trying to save this. Awajeni, referee says play on. And again, the third time, Retke finally scores on that one.
Are you kidding me on the foot save? I mean, check out this hustle play. Denard Salos can't get through with her hands, throw a foot at it. Not 1, 2, but the third swing from Recchi finally gets it done. Wow.
How about Awajeni somehow finding a way to get that through the antennas? But after USA got that hard-fought point, they give that one right back, and guess what? We're tied at 4. Elena Kazout played at Vero Volley Milano last year in the Italian League, heading to play in Turkey at Vakif Bank. Because she's a solid player that coaches really want on their team. She'd like that one back, though.
The two shorter blockers up front as both setters are front row for France and USA.
Well, speaking of talented international players, Dana Retke is one as well. She sends her serve across. Here's Njaye. Wow, what a bullet.
Huge swing from Njaye in the backcourt this time. Big window for her to rip this line shot. So much space, she crushes it.
Back and forth we go. Nothing to choose between these teams yet. 5-5, fifth set. Silves floats it, not quite over.
Every point in this set feels like it's worth double because we're only playing to 15. There's so much riding on this for USA and France as they both want to make the VNL finals. Both these teams are bubble teams right now, so it could be the deciding factor of who gets in.
Kahena Torres' serve taken by Gelon. And Jaye, they're going right back to their star, but it's dug up by the US. Franklin picked up by Kazout. Here's Awajeni. She's done it again from that wicked angle.
Awajeni's ripping this cross-court shot. USA's got to make that adjustment, force her to hit down the line and take away that shot. Another good look at it, just cutting inside the block every time.
Somebody looking for a break point here. Could it be France? Could it be USA? On the subsequent, here's Skinner, goes with the deep tip, covered by France. Howard-Jenny, picked up by USA. Here's Franklin, scoring! And a big point for number 22 on USA.
We've seen Franklin rip this cross-court shot on the outside, this time on the right.
Denard Silos seemed to be a little banged up here.
Shaking something off there. Coming down awkward on the dig.
Yeah.
Holding that right wrist.
Staying in at setter for France. Picks this one up. Sends it to Njaye, who gets shut down by Butler and Skinner.
Big read from Butler. Serve forces them out of system. It's a good second ball to the outside, but Butler's just waiting on that one.
2-point lead, USA, they get their break point.
Okay, we try to put the ball on the antennas. After if the ball goes out, remember, I prefer out. Make me call challenge, okay? Fingers, because the block is really good, okay? After, now we go full, Now no teeth, nothing, When we go, okay? Yeah, we can go again, okay? Hi. One side out,
Well, Coach Cesar Hernandez-Gonzalez has had good reaction from his players from his timeouts previously. See if they do here as well.
I love looking at this win prediction throughout the match because USA a massive lead toward the start, but in a fifth set, anything can happen.
It pretty much has already. Sarah Franklin loading up, ready to serve. Chillon lays out to take it. Njaye from the left side with a good set, a couple feet off the net, a few feet off the net.
A little bit awkward on this swing, but that's what makes a good attacker, finding ways out of it. It doesn't have to be a hard hit cross court. This one, really smart to go high off the block and out of bounds.
Jenny getting last moment instructions from Coach Hernandez-Gonzalez. Takes the serve at Eggleston. She's gonna swing, she's gonna score. The lead is back to 2.
Another big side out for Team USA, getting Jenny off the service line, something that has given USA fits this entire match.
Yeah, really big point.
And that also brings Dana Recchi back up front, the biggest blocker USA has. Big defensive reinforcement.
Giardino doing the same defensive reinforcement for France. Kazout. Picked up by Butler. Joust at the net. Kazout comes again. And good effort there by Eggleston. And Njaye saying she was trying to get out of her way.
I think that's fair to argue, but it didn't seem like Eggleston was going to get there regardless. But just waiting on the towel girls to wipe up some sweat. It's a 1-point game here.
Yeah, it's a 1-point match, basically. So these two teams are going to head off to the respective cities. It'll be Texas, Arlington, Texas for the US. It'll be Chiba, Japan for France. 8 serving 9. And nice swing from Skinner on the right side.
Skinner been a bit slower to find the court over the last set, but still the leading point scorer for Team USA, and she's made for these big moments. We saw what she could do at Texas, winning 2 national championships. She's made for these kind of moments, despite the kind of last set she's had.
Kazout goes with a hard tip, and nobody can get to the ball after the block. And a challenge coming here from France on net touch. Interesting.
So a question about that follow-through if Ana Torres or Dana Retke were in the net after that block happened.
Somehow I don't think Dana Retke very often gets in the net.
No, she does not. Very disciplined player.
So France getting ready out of this challenge break, regardless of the outcome, whether they're serving or receiving. But a big point in the match. If they're receiving, they're down by 3. If they're serving, they're down by 1. Let's look. Yeah, we agree with you, referee.
Where to go? Here we go.
Oh, it's the fingers of the attacker, actually, that touched the net.
Good call on the movement, just not really in their favor.
And they wait till the end of it, and then France uses its second and final timeout.
Don't die. We need medical staff. And there, I mean, center in front, okay? We have the center there. After we are in center, we are in front. 5. The same. We can give you also swear, okay? Because they will not wait. After, Ama, remember, move with the ball. Where the ball goes, you go with the ball, okay?
I like the fact this has got nothing to do with what's said in that timeout, but they're not switching sides at 8 points in the 5th set anymore. It just seemed like a bit of a waste of time.
It keeps the game moving, which is exactly what we want in a 5th set. When emotions are heightened, there's so much anticipation, just keeps it flowing, just like this match.
Here's Madison Skinner, the 23-year-old from Texas. Not a great pass. Let's see if Kazut can convert anyway. Yes, she can. My goodness.
Big swing from the captain for France in one of the biggest moments of the VNL so far. Down 3 at that point, not afraid to continue to take a huge swing.
She's got 25 points in the match. Njaye ready to go. 9 serving 11 as we go to 15. Eggleston shut down. Silvis with a monster block, and it's a 1-point game.
Big read from Amanda Silvis up front. Not only does she close it up, but gets that wrap to snap it down.
I think she's going to take something off. You're going to step out and not pass so you can be ready to hit the bick. Okay? Got the backslide coming around and then the outside. All right? All right? One pass here. Up and down. Up and down. Here we go.
Let's go. USA! USA! Come on!
Well, who knows how long we go here. Right now, it is France moving. USA calls the timeout. Can they turn the momentum? It's 10 serving 11. Njaye. Well, that was part of the reason for that timeout. Trying to throw her off, and it worked.
Now to bring Dinar Salos, the shorter setter up front for France, so look for US to exploit that. I would say Ana Torres is a blocking target, but she's been blocking France all night long.
Wow, she's been 4 block points last time I checked. Denard Salos bump set up for Kazut, and she just puts so much heat on that you can't get back on it.
She sees the slightest of seams. This time it's right between the hands of Dana Retke. Looked like it went off her head, actually.
Yeah.
But just the precision that Kazut has on these swings is so impressive.
I thought the same thing, and I thought, no, that didn't go off Dana Retke's head, but I thought you saw the same thing. 2 meters 3, Dana Redke, 6'8". 8. Oh, it's an ace! Kazut, the captain! 12-12, my goodness gracious.
This has been a match of runs for France, and in these moments when they're down, they have found ways to claw themselves back in this match.
Hey, after we side out here, okay, we're going to go back and we're going to take some rips at the service line and we're going to make a play. All right? A long way to go in this game. It's going to go back and forth. We're going to keep grinding. All right? Nice job here. Okay? Whatever you want. We're good here. One pass.
Reset here. Let's go. Let's go. USA. USA.
All right, the tension builds at the Belgrade Arena. French team that is turning a lot of heads in the international volleyball world. They've already won twice in week number 2 of the VNL. France is going to play here without a setter and get some height, and Emily Rotard on the front row. Kazut, here she comes. 12-12. Good take from Rodriguez. You would expect nothing less, and what a block! Howard-Jenny and Silvis go up, and Howard-Jenny gets a reward.
Howard-Jenny, a shorter outside attacker, steps up on the right side. Beautiful handwork turning this back in at one of the most pivotal points of the set. What was once a 3-point deficit for France completely erased, now up 1.
Another good serve. Remember, France, no setter, so Silvis takes, pushes it way out for Rotard. USA comes back. Franklin, what a pickup from Gelano! It's down on the French side, and we're tied at 13.
The last few points of this match are gonna come from grit. It's gonna be digging in defensively and who wants it more to keep these plays alive.
Oh, I think Gelon wanted that one. She just couldn't get it. Ronnie Jones-Perry coming into the game in place of Dana Redke. She's gonna serve.
USA's best server, a hard topspin, also great defensive intensity from the backcourt from Jones-Perry.
There she comes, the 28-year-old from Utah. Howard-Jenny, wow, what a dig, what a dig! And it's in, and it's match point USA. France gets caught sitting on its heels.
Whatever you can do to get it done, it doesn't matter. What an up from Logan Eggleston in the backcourt, and a heads-up play for Franklin to put this one down on the second contact.
That was the key. That was the 2-ball. Match point. Jones-Perry serving. Tough one, pushed over on the setter play. Here's a chance for the US. Franklin down the line, she's done it. What a finish. Sarah Franklin wins it for USA, 15-13 in the 5th set, and no challenges.
France made it as tough as possible for USA to win that match after they went up 2-0. It was a massive push from the French to push that 5th set. USA an 11-8 lead in the 5th. All of a sudden we were tied at 13.